Hey guys, welcome back to Barbecue Boulevard. I am the Dog Father. Now today, we're gonna get into ribs. I get a lot of questions about ribs and proper way to make, baby back ribs or spare ribs or whatever. So we've got a great rack of baby back ribs that we're gonna be getting on today. And we're gonna get it onto our competition series, Titan. That's right, our Titan grill. And we're gonna run it with some competition blend pellets. So let's get into it. All right, so here we've got our baby back ribs here. We got one rack, of course, and we aren't gonna remove membrane because it's partially done for us. Big shout out to Costco there. Now, we're gonna get started with seasoning this, and we're gonna start off with some black pepper, guys. I like my 16 mesh black pepper, so we're gonna add some of that on there. I find that it gives a great little crust or a bark, if you will, and so I'm all about that. Got to do it fast because the flies are starting to show up on Barbecue Boulevard. So first layer is on, and that's going to be our black pepper. Now we're going to come back with our second layer, and that's going to be our salt and pepper, smoked salt and pepper from Pit Boss. So we're going to get this put on, get a good layer put on there as well. Great smoky flavor to this, hence the name is smoked salt and pepper. So just like that, we've got that layer on there. Now our final layer is going to be, again, Pit Boss competition rub, guys. The competition rub is going to go on next. And we're going to get a good dose on here. All right. So now that we've got this on here, we're just going to press it in. And that gives us a good even application. We don't want to rub it in because then we're going to leave uneven seasoning here and there. So we're just going to press it in, guys. And just that simple, we've got this rib nicely seasoned up. Now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to season the second side or the other side of this. And then I'm going to meet you at the grill. All right, now we are at the grill. We've got it rolling at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. We've got our ribs here that we just rubbed up. We're gonna get them on the grill here. Gonna use this second rack here, and I'm just gonna bunch them up so they cook well the way that I want them. And just like that, these ribs are on. We're gonna close it up and bring it back here in a minute. So gang, I wanna know this. What is your favorite Pit Boss grill you love to cook on? Or what is your favorite Pit Boss grill that's on your wish list? Put it down in the comments section and let's talk about it. All right, so we've been rolling here on these ribs for about an hour and a half here. And we're gonna give you a look, see what they're looking like here. Looking pretty good. Now what I'm checking for here is just to see that our bark is set. That just means that our rub has adhered to our rib and it's not gonna rub off when I touch it. That's important because if we're gonna mop it or if we're gonna spritz it, we wanna make sure that this rub is set or this bark is set, or else you'll wash it away. Now you can see here, we've got a little bit of cracking here, the splitting of the rib meat. So we are gonna spritz our rib. Now I've got my fancy little dandy here Pit Boss Spritz bottle, and I've just got water put in here, so I'm not introducing any other flavors. It's just water. All right, so we're just gonna spritz this rib right quick, and that's just an effort to again, we want to minimize the splitting. It's really not a big deal, it's just a personal thing, but our ribs are still going here. They're looking good. We just got them spritzed. So we're gonna close it up and I'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, gang, a lot of us love to cook ribs. I mean, obviously that goes without saying, but there's two camps. There's baby back ribs and there's spare ribs. What camp are you in? Put it in that comment section down there below and let's talk about it. All right, guys, now we have hit here at the 2.5, almost 3 hour mark. Taking a look at these ribs here. And they're looking pretty good and they feel pretty good, but I do believe we're going to need to wrap them. So we are going to get these off and get them wrapped. They've already got the color that I'm looking for. It's a good dark color to it. So let's get them wrapped. I'm going to show you how we're going to wrap them. All right, so to get our ribs wrapped, we've got some aluminum foil here. This is heavy duty aluminum foil. And we're going to get our glaze put down first. Now our glaze we've got here in our Pit Boss bottle here, and that's just our Pit Boss sweet heat barbecue sauce along with a hot sauce. Use your favorite hot sauce, of course, and some apple cider vinegar. Once we've got the viscosity that we want, that's the thickness, we got it into our bottle, and now we've got our glaze. So we're going to get our glaze. We're going to put some down here onto our foil, just like this. All right, now let's get our ribs, and we're gonna rest our ribs right over top of this glaze. So let's grab the ribs. All right, and we've got our ribs here, and we're gonna put them in here meat side down, just like that. And then we're gonna come right over top of it with a little bit more of this glaze, just like that. And guys, we'll get this wrapped up to get back on our grill. All right. Ribs are wrapped. Let's get them on the grill. Okay, ribs are on, wrapped. We're gonna close it up and I'll bring you back in a minute. Well, since we're on a rib kick today, guys, let me ask you, are you a wet rib kind of person or do you like a dry rub rib? Which one are you? Put it in the comments section down there and let's talk about it. All right, guys, we're gonna take a look here at our ribs. Now, this has been wrapped here for just shy of an hour. And we're just gonna kind of take a peek here. And we can kind of see the bones are starting to come through there pretty good. And I'm just kind of wiggling to see just how loose they are. I'm not one of those guys that likes my ribs fall off the bone. I like them to still have a little bite to them. So I think these are actually gonna be pretty good for me. So I'm gonna get these wrapped back up. And man, we're gonna get them off the grill and let them rest here. Okay, we are back in the studio right now. It's a little hot out there on Barbecue Boulevard, so I brought you guys into the studio. Now, we've let our ribs rest after we got them off the grill there. They've been resting for about 40 minutes. I gave them a little bit of a long rest there, but they're inside that foil again with the glaze that we created. So now we're gonna get these ribs taken out of this foil and let's get them cut and take a look. All right, let's get these ribs out of the foil here. And there we go. They're looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Now again, guys, this is not the absolute way to do ribs. There's a million ways to make ribs. This is just the way I make them. So hopefully that'll help you guys out. Let's go ahead and get this cut. I'm gonna flip them over here. And I'm gonna start right about here. Let's see if we can get one cut out of here. Let's go for a couple. We'll flip this back over. All right, and there we go. That's what our ribs are looking like there. Hopefully you're getting a good look at them because they smell phenomenal. All right, so let's go in for that taste test. All right, cheers. All right, that was the perfect bite through that I'm looking for. Again, I didn't want my ribs falling off the bone. I want to be able to leave a good bite mark in there. Man, it's just a really good rib. Very tender, very smoky. That Titan definitely gets a good smoke on your ribs. I don't even know what else to say, guys, except I'm about to get into these ribs. Thank y'all for coming to hang out with us. Make sure you subscribe to the Pit Boss channel as well as the Dogfathers Barbecue channel. And I'll see you in the next video. About to get into this rib. Peace!